Stray Dog Art Studio, and I'm here to talk about astrology, magic, and art. So today's been a little bit scattered day, and I'm going to start off by explaining why it's scattered and why we're feeling a little bit off kilter today. The moon has entered into Capricorn as of yesterday. So right now, hey Shay, good morning. Right now, it also squares with Chiron in Aries, and it squares with Mercury retrograde. So I don't know about you, but I've been having some appliance fun. I find that during this Mercury retrograde, a lot of people's appliances have been breaking down. It's just uncanny. I wonder, somebody, who does the power of the Mercury retrograde should actually make a little flow chart of, when appliances break down the most, because I could swear it happens to me every Mercury retrograde. Our toaster just died, so we're going to have to get another one. That's life, right? Anyways, the first world problem, clearly. But, there's annoyance in things not working the way they should, right? So that's kind of part of the Mercury retrograde's power, is that feeling that you counted on something or someone, and then Amanda says her elevators are out of service. It makes sense to see, this is what I mean, right? So, you count on something and you want to arrive on time and you take things for granted, and Mercury retrograde screws around with your situation, and suddenly, hello, lavender bees, nice to see you. Suddenly, the elevator breaks down, the toaster doesn't work, the oven is broken, your toilet is not flushing, right? All these things happen during a Mercury retrograde, and they kind of add up to a crazy hectic day. And the idea is, during a Mercury retrograde, it's so important to have a plan B all the time, something that you can fall back on if things aren't working out, and also forgive yourself a little. If you're running late, then that's okay, right? Things will get better. Just learn from the stuff. So because it squares with Chiron, we're going to have some old wounds coming up. And, I wanted to talk about codependency in terms of Chiron, because Chiron is the wounded healer. So it's in Aries right now. So there's a need to really, Aries is like the first planet of the season. It's a cardinal planet, so those planets are forceful. They want to push things forward. They want to make things happen. And with Chiron in that sign, it's kind of like the football player who gets injured during a football game but has to keep on playing so he can score the touchdown, and then afterwards ends up in the hospital because, yes, he did this great thing for his team, but he sacrificed himself for a cause. And that's what codependency is, I find, all the time, because the average person isn't stuck in a place of victimhood where everything is going wrong and it's all poor me and please feel sorry for me, and and please help me and fix my things. And me, as I have codependent tendencies where I want to go and rush out and help and save the day and be the hero and stuff like that. It's a natural instinct. It's what I was kind of programmed with from day one. And the thing is, that's not necessarily the healthiest thing, right? That's not the healthiest thing. And with Chiron squaring the moon, so the moon is all about emotions and feelings, and it's in an uncomfortable sign, Capricorn. Capricorn wants to fix things. Capricorn wants a sense of order. Capricorn wants a list of things to do to solve the problem. And because it squares with Chiron, there's this great need to fix other people's issues, right? And there's only so much you can do for other people. I'm not saying don't volunteer at a soup kitchen or, help someone out. By all means, do what you can to help other people, but make sure that you're not sacrificing your own self-esteem, your own self-worth, just to be liked by those people who constantly need help, right? Because it's not going to happen. So measure what it is that you can do. Measure twice, right? Measure twice and then cut. That's like a carpentry rule, right? So, and that rule should be today. Like emotionally, you'll want to go out and fix things. Emotionally, you want to help people. Emotionally, you want to do things for others, and measure to see if it isn't an act of control because you're feeling insecure or guilty, and measure to make sure that you're not hurting yourself by helping these people, and you're not hurting them, because self-sufficiency is really important. So that is tricky, right? So I can recommend all sorts of books. If you really are struggling with codependency, make an appointment with a therapist or a mental health professional to talk about it. There's also Al-Anon, which also deals with codependency. So there's a lot of help out there if you feel that you're stuck in that position. So we have Mars. There's some good energies happening though. The moon in Capricorn trines with Uranus in Taurus. So the positive changes come when you shift things around, when you move things around. If you feel stuck, move your furniture around. Or change your order of things that you do during the day, or try something new. Especially with Taurus, that could be even just cooking something different, right? Try a recipe from a different culture that you normally wouldn't cook, because Taurus is very much food, and to change things around with food would be a very Taurus way of refreshing your situation. And this will offer you some emotional healing, because the moon works well with Uranus today in Taurus. So there's that. We have also the sun squaring with Pluto, and that is more of the victimhood kind of thing. The sun is in Libra. It is squaring with Pluto, now going direct. So there's going to be uncomfortable bullying happening. There's going to be victimhood. There's going to be very subtle things. Some people are really good manipulators, and they're very subtle. So you might at first think everything is okay. And then when you replay the conversation, you start to see, oh my God, this person's been manipulating me all along. And it's good to open up the clock and see the clock work, right? That doesn't mean react negatively. That doesn't mean lash out. That means understand where it is that you react and what you can fix, right, within yourself to make sure that you don't get caught up in the situation. And so magically, I was gonna think of ways to stop a codependent relationship. So this is for those of you who are pining for a toxic relationship that's already gone out of your life, but you seem to be remembering that person, and constantly the issues persist in your emotion and your feelings. So the spell I have for you today is a really good one. It's a Slavic spell. You get some brown bread, you get a picture of the two of you together, you fold it in half so the faces are facing opposite directions. Put the brown bread on top of the picture, put it on your ancestor altar, and ask the invisibles to help you detoxify from this relationship. Every day, light a candle, say a prayer, ask the invisibles to do this for you, You could write a poem. Poems are very magical. I don't have to give you one, because the more creative you are about your own magic, the stronger it is for you. So anyways, do this for 13 days, and then take the bread and then feed it to the birds somewhere, right? And see, basically the bread soaks up all the toxic emotions, and you're feeding it to the birds, and the birds will fly away and take it away. This spell really works. It is really good. And if you still find that you're having trouble, then take the picture of the two of you. Do not burn it. Do not burn it, because that would be negative. I would say just bury it in the ground. Plant a flower over it, like a tulip bulb, so that good things grow from this ended relationship, right? And even if you have to continue relating with this person, the toxicity will be sucked out through magic. And you can continue with this person, and it's a lot easier to deal with them, because the invisibles will take your reaction away from the situation, which is what you want. So there you go. That's the magic spell. And art-wise, I think behind me, I was working on this painting here. I really liked the mystery of this woman's face. It didn't show her whole face, and I thought that was kind of cool. And she's basically surrounded by plants. I'm just going to get it. Sorry, Luna. It's still very wet, and it's still going to go for one more layer, because I want to brighten up the colors. But this is it. It's 11 by 14. I'm going to call it Hiding in Plain Sight, because it feels very playful. And magic can be very playful too. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for being here. Stay creative, stay magical. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. EST. Take care.